Hey guys, Mwah. Now you have to excuse me today because I am ill. I have the common cold. No, I don't have COVID, okay? I do not have COVID. I just have a cold, which is kind of rude really. I'm not really someone that gets ill, but like Isaiah gets ill, I get ill, unfortunately, because I'm the person that's normally closest to him. So it's peak out here, like it's just my nose and my throat a little bit, so I probably sound a little bit ill, sound a little bit off, but you know, the energy is still here, the vibe is still here, so we are all good to go. So as you'll realise, I've not got my eyebrows done, so we're going to do an eyebrow tutorial today, an in-depth one. On my Instagram I've done like a quick one before, but like we're going to go through brow grooming, how I do my brows, some tips and stuff. We've go through it all. You're going to get all the tea, so let's get stuck in. So I've like super zoomed you in. We are all up close and personal. But yeah, I've not plucked my brows in a few days, just to show you. This is like 3 days worth of growth. I have quite a lot here and some here. So what I normally start off with is plucking my brows. Now my eyesight isn't the best. Well, I say isn't the best. I'm literally only partially blind. My eyesight's terrible. I wear contact lenses. I've got contact lenses in now so I can see. And basically what I like to do is use a mirror that has a magnifier, like it's a magnifying mirror, or has like a slight magnification to it. So this one here from Unicorn Cosmetics slightly magnifies, so it's like the perfect mirror for me. That's why I'm always using it, because it's just like really good for me, because I just have the worst eyesight ever. So yeah, so I like to take my Tweezerman Tweezers, and before you start saying, oh that's an expensive brand of tweezers, blah blah blah, they're worth every penny. Like I think the tweezer brand you use does make a difference for sure, like 100%. Like investing in a good pair of tweezers and not just using them like Boots Own or like ones from Primark will help you stop getting ingrown hairs. And ingrown hairs is something that I do suffer with a lot in my eyebrows, and if I just use any old tweezer they get like so bad. But yeah, and these ones have my name on them. Swag. But yeah, I'm literally just gonna go in and I'm gonna pluck my brows. So when you're plucking your brows, obviously you want to keep your brow shape in mind, so where like the body of your brows is. So I can see all these hairs here, they need to go, and these hairs just here that are coming below the line will just go. I will put a picture up here of what, like how far my brows come naturally down at the front, because I actually pluck them so they're more straight all along, like you can see in comparison to the picture the difference. So yeah, so I pluck them so they're more straight, and then I pluck them and I shave them, but I pluck first and then I normally go in with the razor. So let's pluck. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So then what I would do is I will grab my little brow razor. You can get these off eBay, Amazon. I normally pick them up in tkmax when I'm there, or if you're in America it's like tjmax or anything, just like a discount store, just because they're nice and cheap then. And so what I do is I'll see like where the line I've created is, place it there and then go down, just to get any of the little ones that I've missed or anything. And I will just go along doing that. And like, you know, you always get the ones here that you can't see, they're like blonde. I get them all the time, so that's why this is like the best thing ever for that. And then what I'll do is I'll do it on top, because again you have those blonde hairs that you can't see, and I will just like stop when it gets to my brow, and same along here, just like that. And look at the difference from that to that already. Okay, so now that's done, I get like a spoolie brush. This is one from Molly O'Brien, but you can just use the disposable ones. Whatever you have on hand is fine. And what I do is I brush up my hairs. So I will just brush them up And then with a pair of scissors, like these are just like little scissors that I have. These are actually ones that I made for the brows, and I literally just got them from Primark. And what I will do is I will see if any of my hairs are too long. They're actually alright considering I haven't cut them in a few days. But basically, if they go like, so if I go like that and I have loads and loads of hairs poking out there, I will cut them. But they're actually fine today, which is really surprising seeing as I haven't done this in like a week. Normally my brow hairs grow crazy fast, so I'm not going to cut any today on the top. And then what I do is I brush them down to that kind of angle, and then again I'll see if any of them are really long here, and I will cut them. And then so it just ensures that my brows just all stay in a nice shape, in the shape that I want, and that I'm not going to have to worry through the day about my brow hairs going crazy. And it's honestly the best thing that I ever did, like I ever started doing, was cutting up and then cutting down. It like just makes my life so much easier. Like now I don't even have to, like if I want, I can literally just put brow pencil through my brows, and like I don't have to put gel or anything because they're shorter, they're not really long and wispy, because mine actually grow curly. They just literally just stay there. So pro tip there. Okay, so now that all the grooming is done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my favorite brow like wax. So this is from Colourpop. This is the Clear Feather Effect Styling Wax. Another one that I also love is the one from Lottie London. What's great is these are both really cheap, and they both come in little compacts. They're not really bulky or anything like that. The Colourpop one does hold a bit better than the Lottie London one. That's why this is my fave, but that's a close second. I find it really hard to find things like this that will hold my brows. Unfortunately, my brows are ethnic and whatever, and they're just really stubborn and hard to press down and hold down for the whole day. There's loads and loads of brow waxes that will hold them down for like while I do my makeup, but then throughout the day my brow has been on bing throughout the day, and it's just really not it. It's not cute. And yeah, so as you can see, this has been well loved and destroyed. So I'm also going to use a Colourpop brow brush. I love this one because it's so thin. It really allows the product to get into those hairs. It's not really big and bushy, like you can see in comparison how thin and precise it is. And I think this is what really helps press the hairs down and make sure that they stay on your head. So I've just got like a little bottle here. This just has some vitamin E spray from Superdrug, but you can just get something like this or just a spray bottle and fill it with water, whatever you want. I just use the vitamin E mist, which is basically like Fix Plus. Fix Plus is not a setting spray, and neither is the vitamin E mist. You know, people be thinking Fix Plus is a setting spray. Honey, you ain't gonna help you hold your makeup on. So I literally just take it and I literally just do one spray, and that's literally it. I just do one spray in there, and then I get this, and as you can see, this has like old product on it and everything. I don't clean this really, unless it gets really glossy. I don't clean it. I just find that having all the old products on it just really helps like get it to a lather. Like you want to get it to a lather, so you want to do both sides of the spoolie and just get up all in there and make like a paste on your brush, like a little paste. Okay, and then I am just gonna start brushing that through, just in the direction that I'm gonna want my brows to be. And then so I did that side on that side of the brush, and I literally just come over and do this side with this side of the brush. As you can see, it's going everywhere. My hair wants to join in. Just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll go back in, no spray or anything, just with whatever's on there, and any like dangly bits I normally just like scrape off on the sides and just rub back into there, just like that. And then just go back in, just like that again. So I'm really pushing up and to my skull as I'm doing this, and you can already see that they're really holding in place. And then again, same on the other side, just pushing them down. And then again, for the final time, I'm literally just going to go back in, no spray still, and just get in there one final time. And then just again take it through my brows for that one final time. Just like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my finger and just press it over them. This is just gonna help smooth it out and get rid of any excess product that has gathered anywhere. And just like that, look at that. Beautiful. Let a hair out of place. And then like different brow pencils are gonna sit differently with like a brow soap. Some mix in really well and some don't. Some ones that I like with brow soap is the Colourpop Precision Brow Pencil. I also really like the Precisely My Brow from Benefit and the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I say this out of those three mixes the least well with the brow wax. I kind of just like this one just when I'm just doing my brows, when my brows haven't got any product in it. But I find that these two are the best for mixing with a brow wax. So I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop one. I love this one because it has such a fine tiny nib and it's really thin and easy to hold. So I'm going to take the brush off on the cap off on both sides because I am going to be using both sides of the brush. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get the spoolie end and I'm just going to make sure that our brows are the shape that I want them to be at the top. So I'm just going to like manipulate them into place. Just like that. And then so once that is done, I am going to take the pencil side and just start off at the tail, drawing on where I want our tail to be, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom and just go in the direction of the brow hair, just anywhere that needs filling. Obviously everyone's different. Some people, you might not even have to fill your brows, like lucky you know, my brows go really sparse and really weirdly, so I have to fill. Not much here at the front, like apart from say just there at the top where it's a little bit sparse, I will just fill in there, but it's mostly just at the tail of the brow I'm gonna have to fill in. And then what I'm gonna do is start like at the middle of the brow and start filling in here and drawing it out to the tail of the brow. So I'm literally just kind of mimicking where the natural hair shape and direction would be. So then as you can see, where like areas that I have like no hair, like here, you can kind of tell the difference where like from there's hair to where there isn't. So what I then do is I go in with a brow pen. So this is from NYX. This is the Lift and Snatch brow pen. I wear the shade Espresso, which is the second to darkest one, I do believe. So I just get this, and any areas that I can see that kind of just look a bit sparse, I will start drawing in natural hairs, just like that. And then it literally looks like I have a full natural brow. Like look at that, look at the difference that made. Just that little bit in that little bit area there that I just didn't have any hairs naturally, just nice and filled. So I'm gonna go and fill in the other brow and I'll be back. Okay, so other brow is all done. So what I'm going to do then is take my RCMA palette. This is in Shinto, and what I do is I use the first two shades here. So I say if you are lighter than me, you would need the lighter one. I can't remember off the top of my head what its name is, but yeah, I love these. So these are actually foundation palettes, so they are super full coverage. They have a really creamy buttery consistency and they're just a 10 out of 10. I think it's £25 for one, which is actually pretty good when you consider the color range and the amount of dense product that you get in it. A little goes a long way with this. So I'm literally just going to take a Morphe X Makeup by Ariel A19 brush. This is a dual-ended concealer brush, and I'm just going to take the flat end in the lightest shade and just pop some of that under here, just like that. And the good thing about this Colourpop brow wax is that I find it doesn't like make my eye look really dry and crusty when I put the concealer over it. I feel like some brow waxes mix really funny with concealer and like leave a residue and look really funny. This Colourpop one doesn't. I don't need to wipe anything off. I can literally just leave it on there and it's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at the front of the brow and I am going to carve her out. Okay, so just like that, nice and simple and easy. Practice makes perfect with something like that. Like, you may not do it on the first try, or it may take you way longer than me, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it, the more you know your brow shape, and the easier it gets every time. So then what I do is I'm going to take the second color in the palette, which is just this one here, which is more kind of like just a tiny wincy bit lighter than my natural skin tone. And just with the same end of that brush, I'm just gonna place some just above. I'm not really sure why I do this, but I feel like I'm like, I don't know, like putting some product on there already, like to kind of like get it all going and warmed up. I don't know, it just, in my head, it just makes sense, okay? So I just pop some on, and then what I do is I actually start about here, just before the arch in my brow, and I will just come in from the above angle and place my brush and then drag it along. And then, as many of you know, I like a fade on my brow. I don't like it to come to a point. I just feel it's a lot softer for it to just fade out, got the eyebrow fade going on and whatever. So what I will do is I will get this end of the brush, so this is the other end of the brush, and just kind of start to mix whatever concealer is kind of around it up into my brow, just like that. And then whatever's left on the brush here, I will come in here and do the front of my brow. Okay, just like that. I'm super happy with that, how that is looking. And then I will just go in and blend out any edges. So as well at the front, I kind of just bring in some product into the front as well, and just make sure the product's not too saturated anywhere, because when we blend other products in, like foundation and things like that, you don't want it to like go really thick and cakey. And then I just like to make sure that this all down here has still got a little bit of shape to it that I like. Just like that. See, not too bad, not too long. I can normally bang it out pretty quickly and everything, and I feel like it's defined but natural. Like, it's enough, but it's not too harsh or anything like that. Like, you can wear it with light makeup, you can wear it with heavy makeup. It is one of those ones that you can wear in all occasions, really, I would say. So I'm just gonna go and do the other one now, and I will come back when they're twinning and whatever. Okay, and that is them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, nothing overly complicated and crazy, but when I tell you, grooming makes all the difference to how your brow can look and the different ways it can be styled. It 100% does. Like, it definitely makes a difference. Like, look at that. She's stunning. Oh, and she got her sister over here who's stunning too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Not a long one today, nice and short and sweet. But yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. But I hope you have a good lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever it is where you are. Bye guys. Mwah.